Hi wrestling fans, thanks for clicking the dreaded D-Rose report. Got a new t-shirt for you, Vicky Guerrero. I think it's actually a tarp, but anyway, it's available on the Shop Zone website. According to PrezHilton.com, former WWE diva, this is some rumors we're going to be spreading. Stacy Keibler is reportedly dating actor George Clooney. Didn't we come up in the world since WWE? Alright, Gail Kim, by the way, was asked by fans if she rolled out of the ring on purpose on Monday night's Raw during the Diva Battle Royal, which she replied, yes. Gail then responded to more comments from fans and says that she was told to hurry and get out of the ring. I don't know if they meant for her to do it that quick. She says, oh, and also, on the contrary, I wasn't being a mark for myself. I was being a good employee when you're told to get out of the ring in less than 1 minute. That's just the fastest way possible, so I really saved some time and just got out of the ring. So I don't know whether that was just kind of a slap to backstage, whoever told her that or not. Anyway, word is that several WWE theme songs, including Mayall and Trish Stratus and Goldust, have been pulled from iTunes, apparently, to poor sales. According to word is that Randy Orton versus Christian is also being booked for Night of Champions pay-per-view in September. Now, this is the part I don't like about WWE. Talk about just running things down your throat. Should the plan stick, Night of Champions will be the 5th straight WWE pay-per-view that the two have faced off against each other. There was Over the Limits, where Orton won. Capital Punishment, Orton won. Money in the Bank, Christian won, titled by DQ though. And then the No Holds Barred match at SummerSlam, and whatever match they come up with in September. Come on. While Chris Jericho didn't have nice things to say about CM Punk mentioning him on Monday's Raw, Mick Foley wrote the following on his Twitter. He said, hey, you guys weren't kidding. Punk really gave me a shout out on WWE Raw. Says, I'm suddenly a big deal to younger kids. Thanks, Punk. Anyway, Zack Ryder wrote on his Twitter Tuesday that he was informed he sold more t-shirts than The Rock at Monday's Raw. The Rock replied to Ryder with the following. He says, hell yeah. He says, congrats. Keep kicking that ass, bro. See you soon. And it says, the motherfucker Rock. I guess apparently he calls himself that. Alright, it's said that while WWE recognized how hot CM Punk is right now and realizes that the long-term potential, that the real focus for the playoff of Raw's top storyline will be putting Triple H over. WWE's website did not follow up on about the Beth Phoenix, or it did follow up on Beth Phoenix attacking Kelly Kelly on their website. This week with a video comments from both divas. Beth talked about how she will win the Diva title at SummerSlam, and Kelly got serious, saying she was coming after the Glamazon. CM Punk versus Cena as champion versus champion match is being advertised for the August 29th show in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which is 2 weeks after SummerSlam. So are we reading maybe between the lines on that? Big Show is out of action, by the way, with the storyline injury, and is also advertised in new listings for that event, so he should be back, and sounds like nothing's going to change at SummerSlam, title versus title. Alright, the Indiana Hoosiers head football coach and friend of Jim Ross, Steve Wilson, my fault, brought his coaching staff and his family to Raw Monday, as ESPN reported. Stan the Man with stopwatch hands said 24 minutes, 11 seconds of in-ring action on Monday's Raw, down from the previous week. The Miz is going to be hosting tonight's episode of The Challenge Rivals After Show on MTV, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what that show is, but he's on it. Jerry Lawler's new WWE t-shirt is up for sale on WWE's shop website. They also released a new Call to Power authentic t-shirt for Triple H. And description reads like, now the power now the powerful head of WWE. Triple H has always been a man who eludes power. His Call to Power authentic t-shirt is a powerful symbol of the man at the head of WWE. That was a little synopsis of the t-shirt. During the commercial break for the Diva Battle Royal on Monday, Michael Cole got to the microphone and ripped on the Divas again. Reader fan Frank noted that Cole was shut up by Kelly throwing something at him. I don't know why. He's just being a heel, I guess. But all right, there was word that Time Warner is now showing a SummerSlam All Access pay-per-view, preview show with highlights from Edge versus Undertaker and John Cena versus Randy Orton at 2009. Nasty Boys versus Road Warriors from 1991, and clips of Shawn Michaels and Razor Ramon and Bret Hart versus the British Bulldog. So they're dragging up all the old SummerSlam histories. WWE has a trailer screening in Indianapolis on Monday for Triple H's new Inside Out movie. WWE had fans take a survey where they asked their thoughts on the trailer and comparison to other recent action movies like Fast 5. You can't compare that to Fast 5. WWE then asked fans their thoughts on several superstars including Ed, Sin Cara, Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler, Evan Bourne, and several others. That's nice that they're asking for our opinion, but follow it. All right, Alicia Fox versus Caitlyn, and Brodus Clay versus Alex Silva was taped for last night's, before SmackDown in Lexington, Kentucky. Clay and Silva also wrestled in a dark match on Monday, so it's kind of unknown if their match is actually going to be taped for Superstars to air on Thursday or not. Dark main event for last night's WWE SmackDown taping. We didn't get to see and probably won't. Christian beat Randy Orton with the help of Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase, which I think they've been doing that for a while. It was reported earlier this year that women's champion MMA star Chris Cyborg women's MMA star Chris Cyborg was in negotiations with WWE. Cyborg and her husband even attended the WWE back in February, but the officials denied the two sides were talking. In an interview with Sherdog, Cyborg commented on her interest in WWE. She says, I like WWE, and if I had the opportunity, for me, I'd do it. Interested in doing more than just one event with WWE, but now I'm fighting again, and I'm going to do that. Follow the paycheck. August 1st episode of Raw did a 3.3 cable rating, up from 3.2 last week. Despite ratings increase, Raw drew 100,000 fewer fans than the July 25th episode. Last night's average was like 4.7 million over the course of the 2 hours, 4,670,000 in the first hour, and then 4,073,000 in the second. I don't know how they do higher ratings but less fans. They don't explain anything. July 30th episode of AM Raw did a 0.6 with about 733,000 fans. Colt Cabana, by the way, who formerly competed as Scotty Goldman in 08, 09, reportedly worked a dark match prior to Tuesday's SmackDown taping in Lexington and lost to Wade Barrett after receiving the Wasteland. Bischoff talks about Jeff Hardy. He says, I have no updates on Jeff Hardy. I'm not involved in this situation with TNA. I hope the best for Jeff. He's a very talented guy. All that stuff. And then Bischoff was asked about Ric Flair. He said he's out with a shoulder injury. Haven't talked to Flair in a while, but I'm not sure what his status is. And I know he's anxious to get back. And he likes Flair. He added that hope to see Ric Flair soon. In 1997, WWE SummerSlam, held in East Rutherford, New Jersey, saw the final appearance of Todd Pettengill. And we haven't missed him at all, have we? And the first of his replacement, a guy named Michael Cole. It was also featured in a match which Steve Austin's neck was broken, and an injury which eventually led to his in-ring retirement. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.